What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to yet another video. If you don't know where I am, probably a dead giveaway. We are in Robspeed. Obviously HD is with us. But we thought we'd take a walk around some of the bikes. Yamaha 125. So if anyone's interested, come down and check out. They've got three actually. So they've got this one. Then they've got one just over there, and then they do have this one here and also the black one, so about 4 bikes. So obviously here's the black version of the 125, which I adore. It's one of my favourite bikes. And then obviously you've got the crosses and some of the MTs. Obviously the MTs are like along here and obviously along there as well. So yeah, thought we'd come check out Robspeed. It's been a while since we've filmed. Obviously you got the 30th anniversary one, which is really nice for the colours. And obviously the gold emblem just there. And you got some what looks like one of the old race bikes. And obviously you got the classic race bike just there. Some more here. And then obviously they got the Yamaha R3 and obviously another Yamaha 125. Oh no, R7, never mind. So they've got the blue R7, black R3, which is basically matte black. They've got the 125 there. They've got another 125 there. They've got another 125 just out in the corner, which we'll go take a look at in a minute. And then obviously you've got some of the MTs, so MT-07s, MT-09s, and then you've got some of the like what we call crossers, but they're more like dirt bikes. And I think, if I'm right, that is the Fireblade, which we will go take a look at. So I will be back in a second. So we thought we'd come take a look at, obviously, the CBR Fireblade, and then one of the crossers started up. There we go. And that is the CBR Fireblade. And I'm gonna walk up because I do want to hear this. So and there goes the CBR Fireblade. Now we're gonna take another walk back in. Obviously HDO is with us, like I said. There he is. He's finally back on camera. So got a crosser here. And welcome MT-09. So we're going to walk back in now, and yeah, so wait, have you done most of that section? Oh, Harley will take a walk up that way because I've done all of this bit anyway. And obviously we've got MT-09s, some more crossers, one of the old KR7s, the tribute bike, and then more crosses here. And then so they've got what 125s to 50s. This one's really nice because it is a Yamaha TTR 125. More Yamahas obviously along here. And then obviously you got Suzuki Gixxer 950, Triumph 750R, Street Triple, Kawasaki ZX6R, which I know someone who's got one. Another one in black, more SX1000, and then you got more coming towards here. So yeah, they've got a load of them. Performance one though this time. And then obviously Harley knows the owner of this one, so I've got to basically put my camera up just a second while we walk past. SX1000, and then you come towards some of the sub bikes. So I believe it's the R3 or the R7, I think, one of the two. And then you come towards more. Like I said, they do have the 125. I believe it's sold, or if not, it's not. which is always good. So there we go, that's the spec of the blue Yamaha 125. We come to some of the more sold bikes, and then we'll go back to some of the very expensive high powered ones, so we've got more sold ones, dirt bikes and stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll pause the video there a second, and then obviously you've got some of the 50s, and then a Grom, and then we come back to some of the old like Harley Davidsons and stuff, what we call chopper bikes. So yeah, so we come back to some like the Harley Davidsons and stuff, and then what we'll do is we'll turn our back in a second and we'll go through this end. Obviously HGO is currently filming as well, which this video will go on both channels. It'll go on our shared channel and also our main ones. So yeah. Anywho, carry on this video. Obviously, more sold ones, so 2 sold ones here, another one sold there, trophy bikes, so there, and then obviously they've got more on the back section just over there. So we come towards this way, obviously we got more kind of crosses, obviously Suzuki GX 1300R, well, what we don't say the GX, we just call them the boosters. If anyone's a biker, you'll know about the boosters being stretched wheeled because they've got a longer wheelbase. Obviously we come to Royal Enfields, some more Royal Enfields here, and obviously there's some of the back of the bikes along there. So Suzuki, obviously just there. We come back to Honda, and then these ones we'll come back to them in a second. So obviously we got the CB650R, which is the classic version of what we're about to come to next. So there's that, and then obviously if anyone doesn't know about the CBR 650R, they're both the same except that's the F and this is the R. Obviously it's done 4,000 miles. Scorpion exhaust, tidy seat cowl, which I believe is that bit there. So there's that. That is one of the more sexier looking bikes. Out of what we're gonna, well, there's more sexier bikes than this. So will come next. They will be the last ones getting done. CBR 650F, 1,850 miles. Rayguard, which is more your sport bike, but bag bike, if you will, because obviously it's got the bike there. There's my camera. We've got another Honda here, CB1000 RAM. So yeah, then we come more towards what we call crossers. So there's that along here until you get to those ones, which are 125s. So that will do it for there. We are going to pause the video because the last bikes I do want to get in because they are more sexier and like they're basically the hyper bikes of super bikes basically. Obviously you've got choppers and Triumph Rocket Roadster, which is a classic bike. It's sexy, yes. Is it nice? Yes. And I think it is one of the more, for your average, well, I wouldn't really call it average, technically. But no, it is absolutely stunning. And then, obviously, like I said, the sold bikes are here. So, obviously, you've got helmets and stuff. Obviously, helmets along there, because me and Harley both have a helmet from that rack. Coats there, pants there, well, your trousers, I'd say. Then some more jackets, which obviously kids ones. No, sorry, not kids ones, female ones, and then some of the more female ones there. And then obviously you've got more jackets and pants there, and then obviously you come here. I'm going to try not to get these bikes on because these are the last ones, which is your more gloves. Obviously gloves along here as well. And then if we come back here, yeah, there's like a separate bit. So we have boots and race boots, cars. So I'll explain. These are more your typical boots. Obviously, you've got shoes, well, trainer-looking boots. You come to more boots. What I believe more kind of slightly race boots. Slight more race boots there. Obviously, we come to shoes, and obviously the same ones as them. Obviously, race boots, which is these ones because they are technically race boots, but they are more boots for like I'd say like a Yamaha R1. I think more that, and obviously choppers and stuff. Then we come to obviously the same boots, and then once you come down towards this end, these are the ones I have looked at before previously. These are more race boots, for obviously for like a CBR 1000, which we are going to get to next. And then obviously you've got jackets, trousers along there, more jackets along there, pants obviously, and then just jackets here. And then obviously the final bikes, because this is going to be the last video we've just gotten through. Panigale V2 has just been sold, which is really nice for a Ducati. BMW S1000RR, but it's the old. It's not really. I wouldn't hardly said it was the old version. I don't think so. It's more the new version, if you will. So yes, it is the RR, which in carbon as well. Obviously, you got carbon accents like the tank. So the fuel tank, the fairings, and then more bits in carbon as well. And then obviously you've got the BMW typical, obviously the blue, red, so the light blue, the dark blue, and the red, and then obviously carbon, and then there's your struts. CBR 1000 with ABS. So if anyone's interested in a CBR 1000, there you go. Then obviously Suzuki Gixxer, not in the classic colours, the blue and I think it's blue yellow, I think something like that. Just there, obviously for like 6,000. Harley's still filming. Harley's nearly done. Obviously Yamaha YZF R1, really nice with like the bumblebee looking headlights. Obviously, the Yamaha R3, also in the same colour as the R1, and which is really nice. And then we come to YZF R3, not in the blue, but in the Nardo grey looking one. So that will end this video there. Harley's just finished his videos. I'm done now. Obviously, got some photography. As you guys know, I'm a big photographer. Big thumbs up from me. Big thumbs up from HDO. And we will see you in the next one. So, bye for now.